we're going to need the hat for this one, because we're going to be talking about Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1. This is just a game review of it. So hello my brave knights, princesses, and princesses, Philofhatsandgames here. Excuse me. It's funny. I actually used to be a Holmes buff back in the day. Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, I'll prove it to you. Holmes book, Holmes book, Holmes book, and Holmes book, and movies. I couldn't find the book and the DVDs, but I know we used to have them back in the day. But yeah, I used to love Holmes, still do. And I do love to play a good whodunit game. I have played one Sherlock Holmes Frog Wars game before, and that was The Devil's Daughter. I do have Crimes and Punishments, and I do plan on doing a stream of that game sometime. When, I don't know. Or I played this game, and my impressions of this game are going to surprise you because I both like this game and don't like this game at the same time. There are things they did in this game that I like, and there are things they also did in this game that I don't like, which is, I mean, it's normal for games, but I think what I don't like about this game is going to outweigh what I liked about this game. First off, we'll start with the graphics. We have the resolution, played on window mode, obviously. Resolution quality, screen, gamma. VSync is off, because who needs that? Use distance is medium. I set to epic eventually. Anti-analyzing is epic. And post-process epic. Textures epic. And effects medium. Foliage medium. Shadows medium. I set all of that to epic. There is also a stream enabling option, in which basically you get your viewers, if you were say streaming this game, which I was, to vote. I didn't turn this on, but I did basically have a way where when I was doing the cases, I made my viewers be the jury. I would just gather the evidence, interrogate people, and then they would decide basically who lives and who dies. It was kind of fun. It was fun. That part was fun. But anyway, we'll move on now to the story. So in this game, you play Sherlock, who is on a voyage back to where he first was born. He's going to go and visit his mother's grave, and with him, of course, is his pal Watson. Now, should I tell you or shouldn't I tell you? Not yet. I'll tell you soon. Anyway, the fact that Watson calls Sherlock Sherry kind of hurts my brain a little bit. I don't think Watson ever called Sherlock Sherry in any Sherlock Holmes book. So when you get into the game, the first thing you do is you basically are in this hotel. Holmes meets this journalist, and they immediately get into this debate. It's kind of interesting, and of course, Holmes, being the guy who's always wanting to have a debate with somebody, debates the person, and so they do.
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Huh! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
The graphics in this game are beautiful, as you can see. Then we end up solving a diamond robbery, which turns out to be a murder, and it's very interesting. What happens? Basically, you talk to people, you interrogate people, you find out things. You also use Sherlock's ability to observe and to, figure out what kind of people the people are, all of that and more. As you go through and you find stuff and you basically are wandering around, and this whole entire area serves as a tutorial in this hotel. You eventually will solve the crime, however long it takes you to do it. And now I'm going to mention one of the things I don't like about this game, and that is the curveball of the fact that you don't really know what you're doing at first. Like, the game will tell you to go and do something, or go somewhere and do something, and where is the problem? The other problem I had is the fact that Watson is constantly taking notes of your behavior in this game. You'll have a option called Watson's Notes, in which you can read what Watson thinks of the way you are acting and the way you're doing things, and he will gripe about you if you do things wrong. And it does get kind of annoying, because especially when you have no idea what you are supposed to do or what you're looking for. This game does throw you into the deep end after this tutorial. So after you solve the murder and you leave the hotel, you basically go to the graveyard to visit your mother's grave. And then you meet the same guy that you met at the hotel there. And then The game basically opens the world to you. This game is open world. It's open world. Completely open. You can basically go anywhere in London. And here is where I dislike this game. Because I like the open world, but I do not like the fact that you have to literally run around to find out where everything is. And even when you do, the game does give you quick travel, which I appreciate. But the loading screen is just a loading screen. There's no ability to check your notes to make sure you've got everything down, that you know what you're going to do. They took that out. You can't do that anymore, as far as I could tell. There are so many other cases that happen around you as you're trying to solve just one. Like, the game will throw so many things at you at once. It's like, I'm just trying to solve one case. Can these wait? I really liked in the other game, in Devil's Star, that you could just focus on one case and just move on to the next one, and then to the next one, and then to the next one. In this game, it feels like they're just trying to throw it all at you at once. But I tried to stay focused, even though the game gave me a headache. It did give me quite the headache. The other thing I didn't like about the game was the fact that in one of the cases we were doing, the game literally will pull you into another tutorial, which involves you shooting and running and learning how to do quick time events. They could have done that in the tutorial we did beforehand, but they waited until you got comfortable and just solved a few more things, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna learn to do this too. And I'm like, you could have shown us how to do that at the hotel, not make us do it like we have no choice. That's what it felt like. Of course, Sherlock, being the master of disguise, you can disguise yourself, and you do unlock outfits as you go. If you explore around, you find these outfit stores, you'll find all kinds of things to just distract you. And again, it can be good on paper, but in a game like this, it can get really, really distracting and disorienting, because I'm like, I just want to go where I'm supposed to go, and I am getting lost. I got pretty lost during this case with the elephant. I never finished it. I got as far as finding out where it went, and I don't have that VOD because the day that I played that part of the game was a hard day for me, so I hope you can forgive that. But other than that, the game is good. Like, you can inspect things, you can talk to people, and you can interact with the world, and the world will either help you or it will hinder you, and it's pretty nice. There are a lot of ideals that clash in this game. There are a lot of things that are different in this game compared to now, as I would tell my audience in a disclaimer, because the game gave a disclaimer and I felt like people deserve to know that. Other than that, this game is good. I just miss the fact that you could focus on the cases you want to focus on and not have the game throw stuff at you. Leave a like and subscribe. There's always room for more next video. Goodbye, everyone.